In this video, I'm going to share with you some reflections about prayer, contemplation of religious, and ideas and concepts of Thomas Merton. Sometime in prayer, we see passivity or spiritual passivity, or we can say quietism. Quietism is cheating oneself. We should know difference between dark night and spiritual passivity or blank state of life. These things are not good for a spiritual life. Or quietism means stillness in life. Thinking all problems will be solved by God is another form of quietism. Or thinking just praying is enough to calm ourselves is another form of quietism. Quietism is cheating oneself and escaping from reality, and a way of rationalization and manipulation. It is lack of honesty and seriousness, a trifling with grace, fleeting from God. We should be aware of the danger of the quietism in our prayer. Religious contemplation or religious prayer is compared with the family members of Lazarus, Mary and Martha. Lazarus seen as a penitent, Martha seen as a person of action, and Mary sitting at the foot of the Master as a contemplative person. Jesus says that Mary has chosen better part. Mary's choice is superior and better than other two. It is true that Martha envies Mary. In fact, majority do not choose what Mary chose. Contemplation is a gift and a grace. But the choice of Mary and Martha are supplement for the good of the household. For the religious life, three people's vocation or action, that is Lazarus, Mary and Martha, are perfection of prayer or a perfection of a call. That is the penitent, the active worker and the contemplative. Today, we do not downplay the role of people in religious life involved in action, involved in active apostolate and mission. When it comes to the superior of the religious community, we need to see all the three persons' actions in him or in her: the penitent, the active worker, and the contemplative. The leader of the religious community are given mystical grace to involve in apostolic work and of the preaching of the gospel and taking care of the animation of the community. We know that St. John of the Cross had a mystical experience. He says, even in the mystical experience, we can lose the pure divinity if we employ concepts and images. Indeed, the use of images and concepts can become very dangerous in a climate of egocentrism and a false experience of God. In spiritual life, we should keep ourselves away from egocentrism. in the life of prayer, in the life of contemplation, and in our spiritual life, we go through what we call dread, dark night, aridity, dryness, and other difficulties and problems. At this time, we need to surrender ourselves to God in prayer. The Desert Fathers says, if God did not love you, He would not give you temptation. For the faithful, temptation is necessary. For all those who are free of temptation are not among the chosen. We abandon ourselves to the will of God. We hope in God and we leave everything in the hands of God. The deep dread night nothingness must be seen for what it is, not as a punishment, but as a purification and a grace of God, as a way of our encounter with the divine. We need to let go of things to experience divine. Contemplation, prayer, spiritual life is not a technique to be learned or a psychological trick, but a theological grace. It can come to us only as a gift and not as a result of our clever use of spiritual techniques. We have to count the mercy and the miracles of God taking place in our life. And we know the prayer, contemplation, spiritual life are gifts from God. May we grow in the Spirit of God and enjoy praying, enjoy contemplating, and enjoy praising God. Thank you.